Hello everyone. I've been receiving queries about what exactly is the self-study mentorship and how does it work on a day-to-day basis. Is this some kind of a test series? Is this some kind of a writing practice? So this is a video to address those queries. For those who think that you need to be writing a lot of tests, well, there are thousands of aspirants who keep writing mechanically test series after test series. They feel that somehow the gap between June to December is a time where you have to simply enroll in some kind of rigorous test series, right? And I have a lot of students in this mentorship series who have enrolled in one academy for a test series, the next academy for a mains test series, and still one strong question matching to the standard of UPSC, if it's given to them, they will not be able to handle it. For them, test series is simply about having a question, learning an answer, reproducing it. No, that's not how test series work. And there could be very few students who can be benefited out of a mechanical way of writing tests. And even their ranks will be somewhere lower in the rank list. They're not the ones who are going to make it to the IAS or ones who are going to make it to the top ranks. People who are going to make it to the top ranks have a clear reason as to why they write tests. They write tests after all the fundamentals of preparation are strong. They don't simply write tests because everybody around them writes a test. And such people who enroll in such tests, right, they just give up after a few 2 or 3 tests. And even those who do not give up, they feel that answer writing is simply about reproducing a learned content. No. Our mentorship is something different. This is a mentorship which focuses on daily foundation building. It's not something where we interact only weekly once after a test is taken. No. It's a daily activity. Every day, morning 8 o'clock, I read Hindu newspaper. Before that, after reading the entire paper, I select articles. And you may ask me, there are so many Telegram channels which gives a list of articles to read. Is this one such another initiative? No. You have to just log into my portal. Once you get enrolled in the mentorship, every day you log into the portal, you will get what is the important article, why is it important, and how do you learn beyond that? How do you browse? Are there any more browsing links that needs to be given to you to channelize your thought in the right direction? And after you learn from all these sources, do you have to make notes? If so, then what notes do you make? Or should you just simply write a summary? It is what I would do as an aspirant when I encounter a news. That is what you find in this write-up every single day, including Sundays. And today, let's say you have a write-up which I have published. So if you see the write-up, you have articles from today's magazine. Magazine is a supplement that comes with Hindu. And many aspirants just neglect it. By neglecting it, you are crippling yourself with respect to essay writing. And simply if I ask you, you just go read magazine, even that's not of much use. Instead, what I do is I read the articles. I tell you how to look at this article. Where is this article going to be useful for your exam? This is what we do. So simply asking you to write tests, you, without having the correct understanding, without having the correct learning, without having the correct diversification of your thought, you keep on giving tests, your marks will always be low. And haven't you attempted enough number of tests in the previous few years? Don't you think you would have exhausted the 5,000 questions or 10,000 question quota and still you cannot even get 60, 70 marks in prelims? So simply asking you to mindlessly write tests is not the goal of this mentorship. This mentorship actually has 2 or 3 plans on a daily basis. The first plan is how do you spend 3 to 4 hours based on newspaper. That's the first part of this mentorship program. 8 o'clock you log in, you have my write-up, do whatever is told to you in this write-up, finish the task in 3 to 4 hours. Once you're done with that, then the second part of mentorship starts. That is making a personalized plan with you, knowing where your weakness is, understanding you from your prelims performance this year. Based on that, a study pattern will be given to you. And the study pattern can either be linking with the newspaper of the day, it can make you connect with the newspaper topics and then go learn something in deep for mains. Or it could be directed towards completion of some of the standard textbooks which you have yet to complete. And if you have been into this preparation for 2, 3, 4 years and if you still haven't finished your NCRTs, that's a serious red flag for the next prelims, and that is what we intend to rectify. We remedy that in the next course of 6 or 7 months in our mentorship. Right? So that when the test series start, you actually feel, at least for the first time, you feel that, oh, I learned a topic, I tried implementing it, still I'm not able to get it right. It's only after you learn things, you actually learn what other aspects have to be learned, right? So the second aspect of this mentorship actually helps you build your fundamentals with different subjects. So this is the second part of the mentorship. And there is a third part, which is a fortnightly test. Every 2 weeks once. What have you done in the last 2 weeks? We test it through a very meaningfully designed test. The test questions also resemble the latest UPSC prelims question pattern. You cannot expect to be exposed to UPSC's questions only during your prelims test series that starts from January. No. Prelims question attempting and solving is a daily process that should be ingrained in you. That's why I have my Telegram channel where UPSC style questions are daily posted. I don't see any other Telegram channels replicating the kind of questions that you'll be finding in mine. In addition to that, to have a fortnightly review of your performance is why we have a test. So everybody who is enrolled in self-study mentorship, you have a series of prelims questions, you have one or two mains questions. The discussion that happens every fortnight also helps you understand, oh, this is how I should have looked at news. This is how I should have taken this point so as to attempt a question like this for mains. It's like a real-time correction. It's not like a random syllabus is given to you. You go memorize something, you come and reproduce without your writing fundamentals being properly set, without you having the ability to write even one page of content correctly. What is the use of simply finishing a mains test series? 60% of the mains copies that I see are written in bad English. They do not stand a chance in UPSC mains. So even English rectification is something that should be done on a daily basis. And that is what we do in the mentorship. Every day when I give you this write-up, I insist on certain articles to be written. And why do I insist? It is these articles which actually, if written in the same way in which it is presented in the Hindu paper, can actually improve your writing skills. And this is how students write. They take the activity seriously. So you can see the copies of some students. Every day the writing practice that's given to them, they write it. They submit it to me. And if there are any corrections, I do it for them. This is how your answer writing can be improved on a daily basis. Right? You first learn the good things from newspaper. Newspaper is such a valuable tool from where you build all the skills required for this examination. It is after that you get tested. But students, they forget this first half completely. And many a time students come and they tell me, that's it, I have been doing all the newspaper work regularly for 2 years. But they're not able to view things correctly. They do it on their own way. Sometimes they're able to pick easier articles, they're able to grasp. But the nuanced articles where actually UPSC has a scope of asking a question, that is where they don't actually understand how to even look at the article. And it is unfortunate that most of the Telegram channels where you find this daily editorials to read, they just highlight, read this. That's not going to help you at all. You need a narrative. You need a clear sense of purpose, a reason as to why should I do and why should I read this article. Slowly, when you start reading my write-up over 2 or 3 months, your mind will be tuned in a direction where you will yourself look at the article and you will feel that, yes, it makes more sense to read this article completely. Right? It's only when you become independent you're fit for UPSC. UPSC is an examination which has a knack of selecting only aspirants who become independent on their own. As long as you're dependent on somebody, it's not going to work. But you need to learn how to become independent. You need to learn how to strengthen your writing skill. Strengthening your writing skill is not through mains test series. Mains test series is after you have strengthened your writing skills. Right? You need a correct set of daily habits to be inculcated, and that is exactly what this mentorship program does to you. So if you have any queries more, you would like to clarify, do drop a WhatsApp message. The number is always available on my website. And I'm also giving you the link for the self-study mentorship below. Just have a look at the details of this program and see if it helps you. Thank you.